Why does this matter right now? Hello and welcome to today's episode of our podcast. I'm your co-host Mira Khan, joining you once again alongside Ayan Malik. Ayan, we have a listener question that sets the stage for our discussion today. Let's dive in.
Of course, Mira. Our listener asked about the recent drop in global oil prices to levels not seen since before the US-Iran war. It seems that U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is on a tour of 3 Arab states in the Persian Gulf, but notably absent from his itinerary this time around is Israel.
What is the biggest question in this story? That's quite unusual, isn't it? Normally, he would visit Israel during such a trip. So why is that?
Well, Mira, analysts believe that tensions between the U.S. and Israel are playing a role in this decision. The main source of contention appears to be the ongoing clashes between Israel and Iranian-backed Hezbollah militia in Lebanon.
What should listeners understand first? Clashes in Lebanon? That's troubling. Could you elaborate on that, please?
Certainly. The U.S. President, Donald Trump, has grown increasingly frustrated with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over Israel's actions in Lebanon. This is causing a rift between the two allies, which could have significant geopolitical implications.
Who is most affected by this? I see. But why does this matter? What impact might this have on the region and beyond?
Mira, the potential easing of economic sanctions on Iran while delaying talks on Israel's declared war goals, such as Iran's nuclear program and its ballistic missile arsenal, could lead to a more complex web of alliances in the Middle East. This could reshape the regional balance of power and potentially have global consequences.
What is still unclear from the reporting? Wow, that's quite a lot to unpack. Are there any other significant developments related to this story?
Yes, Mira. There are indeed more stories swirling around the Middle East right now. Let me share 2 more with you. Firstly, U.S. President Trump has asked Congress for $87 billion for what he calls urgent costs related to the ongoing Iran war. This request is causing controversy, as some believe it could lead to further military escalation in the region.
What should we watch next? That's a substantial amount of money. What exactly will this funding be used for?
The details are still emerging, but it appears that much of the funds would go towards military expenses related to the ongoing conflict with Iran. The legislation has sparked debates over voter fraud and disenfranchisement concerns, adding another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation.
How are officials or key players explaining this? Wow, that's certainly a lot going on. Lastly, it seems there are tensions between Iran and the U.S. in the Strait of Hormuz as well. Can you tell us more about that?
Indeed, Mira. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, has issued a warning to ships taking a new route through the strait that they will be in danger. This escalation highlights the potential for further conflicts in the region and underscores the need for careful diplomacy to ensure stability in the Middle East. That's a brief overview of today's top stories, Mira. It's clear that geopolitical tensions remain high in the Middle East, with significant implications for global oil prices, regional alliances, and potential military escalations. Be sure to stay tuned to our podcast for further analysis and updates on these developing stories.
What could happen if this continues? Thank you for joining us today, Ayan. We hope you found this discussion informative and helpful in understanding the complexities of the current situation. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for a clear breakdown of the next big story as it unfolds. Until next time, take care and stay informed.